Good evening. My name is Lamont Bennings. I'm a first year teacher at Imagine Foundation Leland campus in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. I currently teach fourth grade math and science. I have a total of 60 students, and out of those 60 students, I have a total of 11 talented and gifted students, which is called TAG. And out of that 60 students, I also have 8 students who are deemed to have an IEP, which is called an individual educational plan. So, going into the first question that asks, what disposition do you possess that you think will make you a successful teacher? Being so that I'm already teaching on my first year conditional license for the state of Maryland, the word and term that I had to embrace and had to spend a lot of time dissecting and unpacking was differentiate. With the information I just shared with you in regards to the student ratio of 60 to 1, well, it's broken up over 2 classes, so 30 to 1 in each class. And out of those 30, one class have 2 to 9 or 2 to 11 students who are deemed talented and gifted. And then you have a separate group that have IEPs, individual educational plan. That alone makes it very sometimes strenuous and straining, stressful, nerve wracking when it comes to preparing a lesson plan for a diverse class of that magnitude. So I would say the ability to be able to differentiate, um, I, I wouldn't even say I mastered it, but I'm pretty well off now with the understanding of how to present it in a classroom setting, whether it's small or large. That's a skill or my disposition or mentality or character ability that I felt like was one of my strongest points as I progressed through the different evaluations and observations that we received throughout the course of the school year. The second question would be, what dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first year teacher? As I just stated, I'm already in the classroom, but based upon my observations that I received from the very first one, at the beginning of the school year up until now, one of the things that was pointed out to me was preparation and lesson planning, making a more thorough lesson plan conducive for the caliber of students that I have. So what they was expecting me to do was be able to incorporate small groups within each class setting, incorporate brain breaks in between the lecturing, and also allowing the students to be interactive with the smart board exchange. So they wanted me to use technology at the same time have a stronger and more precise and detailed lesson plan, and the framework course guide that we have to use to, it's our pacing guide that gives us an understanding of where we should be by a certain time frame in each quarter and unit. They wanted me to be able to unpack that and incorporate the information that I receive and strategies from that pacing guide into my lesson plan. So on a daily basis, my lesson plan was full and precise and detailed, and then incorporate small groups, which gives the students the opportunity to speak to one another and then be able to express or have questions, or they can challenge, use the mathematical practices that we use in regards of constructing value arguments. Just allowing them to be able to apply the information that was been given to them from me in the whole group setting. So incorporating those small groups and within my lesson plan and making my lesson plan precise would be my answer, my response to the second question. The third one would be, what does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? Um, on the surface, I feel like your personality and character is first impression is everything. So once a teacher enters the room or into the school building, you're in a professional mode and you're conducting yourself in a professional manner on a regular basis, making sure that you are articulate and not being sarcastic or demeaning to the students. You have a balance where you're there to show that you're willing to encourage and reinforce and support, and to be the authoritative figure that they have at home, in the sense of making sure that you're taking care of them and they're in your good care and safety for when you're in the school. So you present yourself as a person who's willing to listen and receive the information that they have and need and apply it, and you're consistent and you're fair. One of the tools or phrases that I use in my class is fair, flexible, and firm. So you have to have a balance as a teacher. So it gives the understanding to the students on how to approach you and how to be able to handle any issues or concerns they possibly might have. second part of that question, what standards guide their thinking and action? Well, a lot of times in school, the expectations are already established by the school culture and the handbook of the teachers and the principals or the administrators or the leadership team. Us being a character education school, character education is of great importance in which they encourage when it comes to giving the students understanding of shared values that we focus on, which is integrity, justice, and fun. So we had the opportunity to be able to not always grant a child what they deserve based upon actions or lack thereof, or not performing, just other ways to be able to incorporate production or gain production from the student. So those goals and ideas and character traits are instilled and established in the mission statement, the vision of the school. So that allows you to be able to step right in and follow suit, which has already been established. So you don't have to incorporate your own. You can add some with you if you desire, but in that case, those expectations have already been established once you come in as a teacher. So I'm sure each school has their own, but in our case, being a character education school, it's stressed continuously to make sure that we're displaying those particular traits. So, my name is Lamont Bennings. Once again, I'm first year teacher at Imagine Foundation, Leland campus of Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And I teach fourth grade math and science, and this is my disposition for Grand Canyon University for week 6 of my assignment. Thank you.